On Monday, Trump wrote on Truth Social, "I am considering taking $3 billion of grant money away from a very anti-Semitic Harvard and giving it to trade schools all across the land." He's going to be pretty mad when the New England HVAC Academy finally has the funds to start that gender studies program. Love it or leave it. But first, let's get into it. What a week! The Army estimates that Trump's upcoming birthday parade, an ostentatious show of military pageantry, will cost between $25 and $45 million and will include 6,700 soldiers, 50 helicopters, 28 tanks, 34 horses, and 0 wives. According to the Army, the parade is not a Trump birthday celebration, however, but it is in fact a commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the Continental Army. I didn't even realize it was his birthday, said an Army spokesperson, motioning at a soldier to stop sticking candles into a Qatari 747. Said Army spokesperson Steve Warren, "It's a lot of money, but I think the amount of money is dwarfed by the 250 years of service and sacrifice by America's Army. You can't be mad about the wasteful, ostentatious spending if it's all for the military. That's why the tequila water slide at my birthday was dedicated to Desert Shield, the precursor to Desert Storm. Nobody talks about Desert Shield, but they will once the hot waiters dressed on theme in fatigues bring out the Dessert Shield." On Wednesday, Trump became infuriated when a CNBC reporter asked about a new acronym taking the finance world by storm.
Mr. President, Wall Street analysts have coined a new term called the taco trade. They're saying Trump always chickens out on your tariff threats, and that's why markets are higher this week. What's your response to that?
I kick out?
Chicken out.
Oh, isn't that nice? Chicken out. I've never heard that. You mean because I reduced China from 145% that I set down to 100 and then down to another number? And I said you have to open up your whole country, and because I gave the European Union a 50% tax tariff, and they called up and they said, "Please, let's meet right now. Please, let's meet right now." You call that chickening out?
Yeah. But here's the thing. Don't tell him about this. It's good when he chickens out. Don't make him self-conscious about it. You don't complain when Shamu unclenches his jaw and lets the trainer scramble back up to the surface to breathe. You throw Shamu a herring and thank God it's over. Don't dare him to not chicken out. Chickening out is all we have from this fucking guy. It's amazing that he does it. It's his best move. Later that evening at the Court of International Trade, which we all knew existed, 3 judges, a Reagan appointee, a Trump appointee, and an Obama appointee, blocked Trump from imposing worldwide and retaliatory tariffs using emergency powers. So bye-bye tariffs, hello $14 tuxedo that catches fire if I stand in front of the microwave. Speaking of unpleasant journeys, we learned this week that a woman named Carol Hui, a Missouri mother of 3 American citizens, is currently jailed ahead of her deportation back to Hong Kong to the shock of her conservative neighbors in Kennett, Missouri. Remember shock? Her employer, John's Waffle and Pancake House, only knew she had been arrested when she failed to show up for her shift. That is a reliable person. If I got arrested, it would take at least a week for this team to stop rolling their fucking eyes long enough to wonder if something was wrong. A church friend of Wei told the Times, "I voted for Donald Trump and so did practically everyone here, but no one voted to deport moms. We were all under the impression we were just getting rid of the gangs, the people who came here in droves. We were trying to light a cleansing fire." It's like driving your car into a Pilates studio, horrified to discover you hit someone other than your ex-wife. At the same time, the administration filed documents on Wednesday revealing plans to retrieve a wrongly deported Guatemalan man after a federal judge demanded last Friday that they take all immediate steps to bring him back. Looks like those ghosts I hired have started to show them their Christmas futures. There we go. Yeah, thank you. Shut up. The man was deported to Mexico, then Guatemala, after previously fleeing both countries due to persecution for being gay. He is going to be so disappointed in the Target Pride collection when he gets back. In other news, the Trump administration has directed federal agencies to cancel all remaining contracts with Harvard, amounting to an estimated $100 million. These numbers can be a little bit hard to grasp, but that's somewhere between 2 and 4 Trump birthday parades. On Monday, Trump wrote on Truth Social, "I am considering taking $3 billion of grant money away from a very anti-Semitic Harvard and giving it to trade schools all across the land." He's going to be pretty mad when the New England HVAC Academy finally has the funds to start that gender studies program. Hosted by his own petard. Said White House Press Secretary Jon Lovett,
"Electricians, plumbers, we need more of those in our country and less LGBTQ graduate majors from Harvard University."
That should be fewer LGBTQ graduate majors. All right, sorry. I see why they won. Unfortunately, I am going to have to go a little bipartisan on this one. Clearly, what we need is more gay plumbers. Nobody knows more about keeping the pipes clean. And by the way, we need lesbian forklift operators because I just think those bitches would be good at it. Meanwhile, the State Department confirmed that it paused all new foreign student visa interviews while it expanded its scrutiny of potential students' social media accounts. Some slob at the State Department just clicking through thirst trap after thirst trap, zooming in on butterfly tattoos and tagging it Hamas, question mark? Still, good day to be on the wait list. There's like a super anti-Trump waitlisted kid at Harvard being like, what he's doing is so terrible. Somebody stop him from keeping all these students out of Harvard. It's wrong. I don't want it like this. It won't feel right. Love It or Leave It is brought to you by Mint Mobile. Summer is just around the corner, and the folks at Mint Mobile have a hot take. Getting a summer bod is out, and getting your savings bod is in. This spring and summer, we want skimpy wireless bills and fat wallets. And with premium wireless plans for just $15 a month, you can have both without breaking a sweat or the bank. Nothing tastes as good as a low wireless plan feels, John.
Sure.
Our favorite Mint Mobile subscriber, Nina.
In the office today. Popped in from D.C. Ditched her old plan, Nina did. With one of the big wireless providers, she says the service and data speeds are top-notch and she's saving a ton of money on her bill. Say bye-bye. That's it spelled out there, bye-bye. To your overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills. Get your jaws off the floor. Mint Mobile's here to rescue you. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text. Delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts. Ditch overpriced wireless. Get 3 months of premium wireless service from Mint Mobile for $15 a month. This year, skip breaking a sweat and breaking the bank. Get your summer savings and shop premium wireless plans at mintmobile.com/loveit. That's mintmobile.com/loveit. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month 5GB plan required, equivalent to $15 per month. New customer offer for first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees are extra. See Mint Mobile for details. On Tuesday, RFK Jr. posted a video with an update about the COVID vaccine.
I couldn't be more pleased to announce that as of today, the COVID vaccine for healthy children and healthy pregnant women has been removed from the CDC recommended immunization schedule.
It's all part of Trump's campaign promise to revitalize domestic manufacturing of tiny coffins. You're so fucking predictable. Sweet souls. Also this week, RFK Jr. threatened to prevent government scientists from publishing in certain scientific journals, claiming the federal government can always make their own. So look forward to this month's Federal Science Quarterly. Can mothers having careers turn their babies gay? The answer is grass-fed beef. Also this week, the White House released their RFK Jr.-led Make America Healthy Again report on children's health, pointing quite reasonably to social media, ultra-processed foods, and synthetic chemicals as a source of many childhood mental and physical health problems. But that's what's dangerous about Kennedy. He's an unreliable kook who does say some true things, like if ChatGPT swallowed a big bag of gravel. The report also makes unsubstantiated claims about vaccines, and experts discovered that the report cites 7 sources that seem to be just completely made up. They don't exist.
A notice investigation found that the Hallmark Maha Commission report that was released last week cites studies that appear to not exist. Does the White House have confidence that the information coming from HHS can be trusted?
Yes, we have complete confidence in Secretary Kennedy and his team at HHS. I understand there were some formatting issues with the Maha report that are being addressed, and the report will be updated, but it does not negate the substance of the report.
Can you talk about what tools or research goes into production of these kinds of reports? For instance, is it AI that's used to put together these reports now?
I can't speak to that.
Sorry about that. A little formatting issue, I say to my guests when they ask why my birthday cake says 35 on it. They're just fucking plugging shit. These dumbasses are just plugging shit into ChatGPT. Like a fucking stupid. It's like amazing. It's amazing. And when nobody's checking it, like, look, all these sources just made up. But that is not the strangest story out of Kennedy's HHS this week. RFK Jr. and the head of the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, who is, of course, Dr. Oz, offered to import a flock of 300 ostriches from Canada to Oz's Florida ranch after the Canadian government ruled that the birds had to be put down to prevent the spread of bird flu in British Columbia. 69 members of the flock died earlier this year from the disease. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but Dr. Oz is actually short for Dr. Ostrich Pestilence. And say what you will, but these guys make a great team. I'm sorry, I had something in my throat. They make a great teeming throng of diseased ostriches. Speaking of dangerous flocks, after issuing a slew of unsavory pardons this week for a sheriff convicted of bribery and a reality show couple convicted of fraud, Trump mused about pardoning a few more interesting characters.
Will you pardon the people who are accused of conspiring to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer?
I'm going to look at it. I will take a look at it. It's been brought to my attention. I did watch the trial. It looked to me like somewhat of a railroad job. I'll be honest with you. It looked to me like some people said some stupid things. You know, they were drinking, and I think they said stupid things.
Who among us hasn't had one too many glasses of wine and participated in a plot with a paramilitary group to overthrow the Michigan state government? Whitmer said Thursday that she was, quote, very disappointed that Trump was considering a pardon for her would-be kidnappers, which is an insane word choice. The president is thinking about pardoning men who plotted to abduct you, and you're disappointed? You're me when the gas station doesn't have Muddy Buddy's Chex Mix? You and Trump hugged like a month ago. Be madder. I've seen you more angry about a foul by Ohio State. They could have fucking killed you. Disappointed. Would you say you expected better? Also this week, FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino. FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino announced that the agency will investigate a number of unsolved Biden-era scandals, including who left the bag of cocaine found at the Biden White House in July of 2023. And we tested it. It's definitely cocaine, shouted Pete Hegseth into the ear of a woman who can't stay because she's here with her friends. On Sunday, Trump posted a photo of a man being attacked by a swan at one of his golf courses with the caption, "I always said golf can be a dangerous sport. My friend being bit at Bedminster." This is fun. I'm sorry, but that is just funny. Looks like that swan got a hole in one penis. A federal judge on Tuesday struck down Trump's executive order targeting the law firm WilmerHale, marking the third consecutive win for the firms that have fought back against the administration instead of cutting a deal. But rest assured, Trump has a backup plan for all of these law firms. Oh no! It's a swan. Speaking of swan songs, on Wednesday, Elon Musk bid adieu to the Trump administration as his 130-day tenure / rampage comes to an end. Don't cry because it's over. Barf because it happened. Musk posted on X Wednesday, the Doge mission will only strengthen over time as it becomes a way of life throughout the government. Musk said he was ultimately leaving the administration to spend less time with his family. Love It or Leave It is brought to you by Stamps.com. Talk about why flexibility in when and how you get tasks done is important to you. Boy, I got to be flexible when I get my tasks done. You know, This morning, John and I recorded an episode of Jon Stewart's podcast. It was 8 a.m., early for me, late for John. But got right smack in the heart of my Pilates time. So I went after.
The horrors.
So I went after. You got to be flexible if you want to get your Pilates in.
You got to get your Wednesday morning Pilates in.
Yeah, what you got to get them in.
That's why you got to be flexible. Stamps.com will help you be flexible. You can decide when to invest your time, like focusing on the important parts of the business that only you can do, like Pilates. With Stamps.com, tedious tasks like sending certified mail, invoices, checks, or documents and packages can be done on your time, not someone else's. Stamps.com simplifies your postage needs and adds valuable flexibility back into your workday. I had to get back for a meeting. Imagine if I had to go to the post office. I could not have done the interview, Pilates, and a post office visit with enough time to get back for my interview with Tim Miller to promote our fundraiser.
Wow.
Access all the USPS and UPS services you need to run your business right from your computer or phone anytime, day or night. No lines, no traffic, no waiting. Seamlessly connect with every major marketplace and shopping cart if you sell products online. All you need is a computer and a printer. They even send you a free scale. Easily schedule package pickups through your Stamps.com dashboard. Automatically see your cheapest and fastest shipping options from different carriers. Get rates you won't see anywhere else, like up to 88% off USPS and UPS. What's Punda doing over there?
Just rolling around, having the time of her
life.
life.
To be a dog.
You know.
Huh? To be a dog in this world. Have more flexibility in your life with Stamps.com. Sign up at Stamps.com/Lovett for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a free digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com/Lovett.
Across the pond, J.K. Rowling, she, her, announced this week that she will provide legal funding from her billion-dollar fortune to undermine trans women's rights in sports. If you're still in line to have your Ravenclaw tattoo lasered off, stay in line. When asked how much funding she'd direct to the organization, Rowling told reporters, in Harry Potter, the goblins are Jews. Unrelated. Why she would just bring that up out of nowhere. It's a strange thing to bring up. In other legal news, a former employee of Sean Combs testified that he showed up at her door with a gun and told her, get dressed, we're going to go kill Kid Cudi, who was dating Diddy's longtime on-again, off-again girlfriend, Cassie. When I read stories like this, I can't help but think to myself, damn, I'm a pretty good boss. Scientists have reported that 2 of the world's most destructive, invasive kinds of termites have started cross-breeding in South Florida, creating a new and potentially even more destructive termite population. To them, I say this. Mar-a-Lago Beach Club is about 75 miles north of downtown Miami, an hour and 40 minutes by car on the Florida Turnpike. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best, and start with the columns, you are our strongest soldiers. Driverless 18-wheelers are now delivering goods across North Texas, the New York Times has reported, despite the industry being basically unregulated. Now, people are worried that this will eliminate jobs. But for every one driver position eliminated, there's a job for somebody to wash the blood and gore off the grill. And another person to go search the route for the victim's shoes and stuff. You have to embrace change. You can't be afraid of it. It's 2 jobs. Because you won't know where the shoes are, because the car won't know. You know, a human driver stops. Not these trucks. They just arrive. And you're like, where did these bones come from? A Delta flight was delayed twice when the crew tried to remove 2 confused pigeons from the cabin. The pigeons were eventually returned to their natural habitat, a Spirit Airlines cabin. Okay. All right. You're on board. They announced that they can't leave until the pigeon is removed. It's flying around. Nobody can grab it. You happen to be reading a hardbound copy of Stephen King's 1,000-page opus, The Stand, as the pilot comes on the intercom to say, if they can't get this bird off the plane in the next 10 minutes, the crew times out and the flight will be canceled, along with your chances of making your sister's wedding after your parents begged you to take an earlier flight. Okay? The pigeon lands in the aisle next to you. You smashing that bird? Who's a yes? Applaud, it's a podcast. Who's a no? Who's a no because you don't think you have the stomach for it? Who's a no that would wish somebody else would fucking kill it for you? Disgusting. And finally, the European Space Agency will beam Strauss's Blue Danube waltz into space this weekend to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the composer's birth. Explained a spokesperson, if there is intelligent life out there in the cosmos, this is just our way to say to them, we hope you like royalty-free music. Not to be outdone, Jeff Bezos announced that Blue Origin will launch another 50 or 60 women into space, as many as he can cram into the capsule.